Oh man, I didn't realize I was live. Just trying to get set up here. All right, looks like I got a total of let me see it. It's 9:38. 9:38 in the morning on this account. I got two accounts that have already almost passed for the day for on Top Step. I'm just gonna grab a few more. This looks like it's gonna be a higher low here, so I'm just gonna grab 3 contracts here long. That's gonna be after the 60s here, so if I dip by that, I'll have to limp into it. Just limping in. Can't catch a falling knife, so I'm just gonna wait. 58 is gonna be my buy. There it is. I'm long. That was just a pop up there. One more long for the reversal. This should be the reversal here. And for the push right here, that's what I'm hoping to see. I'm gonna add 2 more for the pop. Scalp. Okay, I'm adding 2 more contracts. So we got 5 contracts total long. See if this thing can pop up to this green line here. So to the 65, maybe another like 8 points here would be ideal. To the 61s at least. 62, 61. I'd be surprised if this rolled over. That'd be weird. Take some profit here. Right there. Almost 300 if I can get it. This is actually looking like it might push a little higher. I'm going to take this off and put it up here to the 64s. Take 3 contracts up at the 64s once this pops up here. Looks like it's holding a little bit. Just gotta be patient. It's accumulating. And then this whole trend here is gonna break higher, hopefully, is what I'm looking for. The break higher right here. So it's right in that zone of the squeeze zone. Hoping for that to break out. And then looking here, this is looking for it to snap up and break out. Our trend is down, but it doesn't mean you can't get a nice rip like this. Because a higher low, higher low, higher low. And then, yeah, see, that's not what I don't want to see that. That's snapping pretty good there to the downside. Not what I wanted to see. It might stop me out for this account. Looks like it's going to potentially test down here, but we'll see. Might just be hitting a ton of stops and then rip right back up. But I don't know. It's not like looking exactly like that, but it could. It's not looking that strong. You want to see it blast right back up after that thing tanks. Trying to get there. wonder if there's gonna be one more flash and then it'll pop back up. There we go. Come on. Dig back in. Let's go. It's trying. Just gotta be patient. All right, they're trying to grab the 50s back. There we go. Coming back in. I don't think it's done pushing yet. It'll keep pushing higher. There we go. All the way back into the 50s. Back into where I bought in here at the 5s. Or the 5 contracts long it. It's a lot of drawdown. It's trying to reject, but we'll see if it's real or not. I don't know if that's real. Doesn't look real. There we go. It's just slapping out the weak hands, you know? You got to get over this, though. You need over these 55s. Over the 55s and straight push back up. I might be able to get out of this and get a little bit of a better fill. But I don't want to get caught on the, because then it starts pushing back up to where it should be. And then I've missed it because it's now starting to run. Because this is now kind of reclaiming that trend. We'll see if it can break out of it and start pushing higher. It's having a lot of trouble here at these 50s though. For sure. But it looks like it's gonna push. It does look like it's gonna push out and start squeezing up. We'll see if it can break out right here and then reclaim the 60s. If this goes down here, this is gonna really wipe it out. Right, it'll be pretty bad. Yeah, this isn't great. Should be just a little pullback and then a rip back higher. And then continue on just spacing out in here. The dip buyers coming in, we'll start grabbing it and then push it back over the 50s again. This will get bottom wick right here on this 1 minute candle, and then would like to see it start pushing higher. After it pops over this candle again, and then pushes back up into the mid 50s. Starts getting some momentum, and then buyers start stepping in like right now, and then they start pushing. But it's got to get over this area. I don't know why I don't have volume. It's kind of weird. Volume's light. Probably just a bunch of dancing around right here for a little bit. Let's pull back down. Got potential to snap this and just liquidity sweep all this. So you got to be careful. I'm going to get out right here because I don't want this to liquidity sweep right here. Snap down below 39s. I'm going to wait for like a reversal candle or something. It's okay. I'm only down like 400 something on this. This is a top step evaluation account. I think we have room. Yeah, we got room all the way down here to the 21,130s. Got lower highs, but this kind of started basing out a little bit here. And then you want to see that wedge pattern kind of base out and then rip right back up. So here we go. I'm gonna start with 3 right here, get in long, see if this can pop right back up. We'll see if we can start getting some headwind and going higher. It's pulling down. I don't want to see that. But hopefully the dip buyers come in, start grabbing it, and then pushing it higher, and then up into the 50s again. It's kind of a contrarian trade because though it's going down, down, and down. I was just hoping that it would pop over this bottoming tail wick, you know, on this candle here. Looks like they're really starting to push it down. And if it snaps here, it's going to really hit a bunch of stops. This might flush me out of this one account, but that's okay. I think it just did. Yeah, it stopped me out. All right, so it took me out of this account for the day. So I only passed one. Well, these are old accounts, but so there's that liquidity sweep down into the 30s, like I was talking about. I was hoping it wasn't going to happen, but there it is. It's happening down into the 30s. And then we'll see if this thing can grab and then suck it back up and go long, like right here. Liquidity sweep, snap all this, and then go higher. It's okay. I passed this one here. This is one that I got. So this one's at 1,478 for the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another account. It's my live account I have as well. It's got a live money account. I'll sign into that. Here, I'll just do this. So my login, live trading. This account has like, yeah, $5,000 in it or something. All right, so here we are. We're down here in the 33s now. We're on the lows. Get rid of that performance calendar. So this one's all right. Cash account. So we're out here. Just watching to see if this thing could retest the 40s here, and then fail, and then roll back over. I want to see like a wick into like 45s, and then just reject. $45s and reject right here. That's what I want to see. Rejection. Down. Just like that. There's that rejection. 50, 60, 80. Keep rejecting. Keep going. 90, 100. I didn't take profit. That was my bad. But I want to see if it can hold. It could hold it. So I'm going to wait. Pulling down 70s, 80s. Swear it's going to be my fault if I don't take profit this time. It's getting buyers. Oh, my fault. Totally my fault. Now you're getting buyers stepping up now. Hopefully they get trapped, and then it flushes them down. Put in the 42s. Hopefully I can get it to snap down to the 42s. Come on. Come on. Snap down. Now the buyers are coming in. Pushing into the 50s. See if that can get rejected. Down to the 42s would be a fat rejection right now. This would be a nice rejection right now. If we can get it and not reverse. No. They're taking it back. I got out of there. That's okay. I mean, that sucks because I had that, had $100, but it's just doing a little bit of a, not reversal, just kind of, it might be reversing here off the lows, 55s, 56. Earlier this would have worked, but it stopped me out. I went down to the lows, like I was saying, back down to the 30s, and then popped off of that right back up to where I was long with that other account, with just the evaluation account. But that's all right. What are you gonna do? Now into the 60s. I was thinking it was going to 65s earlier, so it wouldn't even be wrong to get long here and watch it pop to the 65s. But this is a little extended. See if we can get a nice push. No, wow, everything's going against me here. Not holding. See if this can hold it higher. Start popping up here. Start getting something back on the day. Could grind back up and go back up to the 200s. But that's a long haul, considering the volume. All right. Well then, just waiting along here. So the blue line's where I'm long. About to pop over. So right here at 60s. So 21,160 is where I'm long. Hoping for a nice break above. There we go. Pushing into the 65s. Up here into the 65s. It's really not looking very nice for me. Doesn't look very confident. Squeeze. It needs to squeeze. I don't know. It should be like a little flat top breakout. Just waiting. I'd like to see a nice push up. I'm gonna stop out. It's just not going. I stopped out with a little bit of profit, but I mean, it's just not. Usually, you want to see that thing push, and it's just not pushing. Almost looks like a good short. You get all the longs trapped up there, and then it rolls over. Draw a little trend line on this. Now it goes to the mid 65s. It finally got some push, finally. Still pulled back a little. Maybe a double top here at the 70s. Live account down 156 at the moment. It's going to pull back. See if the 60s can hold. I'm going to grab some long here. See if this thing can pop back up. Yeah, dude, these 60s are not holding. They're just not looking that great. Hopefully it was a small pop down, but don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to really short right here, but the break of the trend is a possible move. All right, here we go. Let's see if this can pop back up and rip through. Keep going. Okay, here we go. It's kind of holding. You need to push all the way back up into the 65s. Here we go. Pushing through the 65s and then testing all the way back up into the 70s. Here goes that push. There's that rip. Push, 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 push. Keep going into the 70s. There we go. Keep pushing. Come on. Squeezing all the way to the 70s. Small pullback. I'm going to add for the squeeze higher. Added one more contract. I had to stop at break even on that, unfortunately. Annoying. I lost $20. I tried to push it higher and it wasn't squeezing. I wanted to see things squeeze and pop and squeeze all the shorts that were up here in the 70s. So then pulling back down to the 60s. I'm hoping these 60s can hold this time. Ooh. See, it just trapped a bunch of longs. I'm going to go long one more time. See if we can hold this area. Here we go. Popping up. It's going to retest this highs again. Let's see if we can hit 70. It's 130, 135. Struggling here at the mids. I got at 67s. 21, 167, 75. But I think that 70 is going to hit. There it is, 70s. They got it. But there's no squeeze. I mean, I thought there was going to be a nice squeeze over that. And it just hit it and then rejected off the top. So, well, I'm up $1.60. $1.60. Well, I guess it's better than being down that 172. Oh my God. That's funny. I'm going to celebrate with a monster. Brought to you by, but not really sponsored by, Monster. Thing snapped back down again. This thing's just looking like it's not that good. But off that blue line there, which is the SMA, I want to say 15. Yeah, 15. 15 SMA, right off of it. And there's a little support there at 54. It's the NQ. Let's see if I can show more of the screen here. All right. This thing's coming in a little bit here. It might hold, it might not hold. I'm gonna wait for a little pop. I'm gonna hit 58s. I'm gonna hit a short here in case it snaps. And go up a little more. Maybe 59s. I understand they're trying to hold that bottom, but buyers definitely came in to hold that bottom. I'm in the hole again. It's like a cup and handle. Here's your cup. Here's your handle. And then it's supposed to break out above here. But okay, so now I'm back to even because it's, look at that rejection. I don't think it rejected, it just pulled back. But if it's a rejection candle, this will roll over and then I'm right. And then this will be short here. And then it'll come all the way back down here. Think it's going to happen? All the way back down to the 30s? All the way back down here? That'd be a nasty flush if it were to. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm actually going to cover this. It's almost like a little flag to break out, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna cover this little guy right here. It's gonna hit stops. Okay, so I'm gonna cover that right here. And then what I wanted, I could have kept it and just been like, oh, what if it just keeps on pulling all the way down? It could, but it could also pop right back up here. And this is what I'm thinking is take some profit here, right? So now, what, I'm up $90 on the day. And let's see if this could pop up and then fail again. And then now I could reshort it here, right? So even now, I could have reshorted right there at 58, 59s again. And then let it just flush right back down. But I think it's going to pop over that again and go higher. Like right there. There's that pop, okay, into the 60s. I want to see this thing pop up. There we go. That's where I should have got short again. I should have shorted that pop. Oh, that was the pop I should have shorted. And then that traps everybody. And then they goes down to the 50s. They freak out. Then the 50 support line people come in. They start buying at the 50s. And then if that doesn't work, then it's really going to flush. So like I'll buy here at 51. Oh, see it really flushed right there. Just hit a bunch of stops. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna see this thing pop right back up. Hopefully back up to the 58s. 55s. 58 would be right here. So 58. Pop. There it is. 58. There it is. There's a snipe. So now I'm up 225 on the day off those bounces. Liquidity sweep right here. This big wick came down, knocked out all the stops. Then it squeezed them right back up. And like I said, I wasn't too sure. It's probably not going to it's not just going to roll over and come all the way down here to the 30s again. It's going to play games. It's going to hit stops. It's going to get rebought. It's going to hold support at 50s. It's going to jump around, bounce around. But here's the thing. As long as it's continuing to go down here, you know you're on the right track. Now it's when it breaks structure, gets above, all that stuff. See, right now it's going back down to the 50s again. Here's it again. There's more stops down here again. They're gonna start hitting. Like they might be able to save this, but look at that big old volume. It's a lot of volume. Again, you can just grab here again and hope for a little reversal. But I don't know. It's not looking like a good spot to do it just because it's a 50. If you see some volume coming in and then you see the time and sales starting to pop, that's one thing, but this can suck you all the way down to the 30s now. There it goes. See, eventually it will make it down to those 30s again. I'm going to put a horizontal line in. Yeah. That's the bottom. You can put that as a... I like to put yellow a lot. I don't know. It's just super bright. I can see it. Put a big old fat yellow line. That's the bottom of the day. And it's the lows. And here we go. Down to the 40s. You could join me. I'm gonna hit the bottom because I mean this is probably just gonna keep pulling. There's no real reason for it to hold. So I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna grab the short here. I'm hoping it doesn't just rip up. That would suck. Like they're just trying to hold the 40s just because it's a 40 number. It happens too. It does happen. But I'm going to go short in the 40s so that all these covers right here and all that stuff right here, they're just covering them. I should have covered on the pop. Let's be honest. But then when they cover and then the longs get in, they get stuck right there. And then this snaps the 40 because there's stops. All these stops get hit real quick and it's liquidity sweep all the way down. And then it keeps pushing and then everybody keeps selling into it. And it goes all the way down. I should have just got out right there. But it's okay. I'm thinking this thing should snap again, hopefully, and not hold this support here to the left at the 40s. Now that I see it, there's support there. So it's not the greatest spot to get short. But if it does snap and get short, you can get short there because then it starts hitting all the stops. But that's the game you're playing, right? I'll put a stop by. I'm not doing 2. What's going on here? By 1, okay. I'm going to get out right here. Right there. Let's see if I can get grabbed. Okay, I got grabbed. This thing's going to snap now. This thing has potential to snap all the way down to the 30s. It's just getting kind of like grinding and holding up in here. It's wicking. It's like going up and down. It's going up and down. It's wicking until it doesn't. And then it snaps. It comes all the way down to the lows. Mid 30s. Here we go. 35s. 30s. Here we go. All the way down to the bottom. All the way down. Into this area. There it is. It wicked, it touched the bottoms, hit the lows, hits this little red line that you guys can't see, but little red line over here. That's the low of the day. Now you want to watch how it reacts. Is there a lot of volume that comes in right here, and then a lot of volume pushing up, and then all of a sudden you see this big wick. Look at that, just slamming it all the way down to the mid 25s now. You guys don't see that here. Mid 25s, right there. Into the 30s. If I would have just held that short from way up here, geez, that would have been a banger. Right now, up 279 on the day. Cash account. All right, so there it goes, all the way down to that nice low a day. We're on the lows. Let's see what kind of... This is a 1 minute chart too, by the way. You barely see it probably over here. Oh, you guys can't see that. There. 1 minute. Okay, here goes. That's going to be a reversal right here. This is where you get long right here for the reversal, if it's going to happen. I'm going to try it. Yeah. I was trying it. I was seeing if they could have reversed. Looks like it's just going to continue to slap down. I don't know. It was basically the new candle make a new high, right? And that's what I got in. I got in right there. New candle make a new high. And that was at the 33s. So we'll see what happens here. I wanted to see some volume, some rip, but I'm not really seeing it. Here's some volume. A little. It started kicking a little bit. Come on. Bye, 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 bye. Here's where we want to see that V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't go short here. I mean, come on. You just saw the run. There's the reversal. Here we go. Reversing up. There we go. Ripping into the 40s. Yeah. All right. 125s. Okay. 130, 40, 180, 170. I'm going to take it out right there. Bam. Right at the top, right here. Right there at the 44s. It's going to probably keep going, but I don't care because I know that it can snap right down like that. Exactly like that. Because everybody's getting all, let's go long, and then they just get took like that. How would you like to get trapped in that one? Not me. Ooh, ooh, what a nasty one. I'm up 478 on the day. Let me show you. I'm gonna move this thing over. There we go. Live account 478 on the day. Just doing it all live. Oh my god. Did you see the shenanigans that was just, oh, the shenanigans. Just got everyone so, oh, look at the reversal. I'm like, yeah, it'll be a reversal for a minute, not even a minute. Actually, yeah, legitimately was on this 1 minute candle, but that was it. What a, I mean, don't get me wrong, you still potentially get in here long, but I mean, we're hitting the lows. We're on the lows of the day, so yeah, this thing's just slapping down hard, slapping down. It's a beautiful trade, right down there to the bottom. Okay, and even over here, I mean, look at this. You're snapping support, so I wouldn't trust this to keep potentially like, I don't know. I'd say break and retest, but there's the break. So it broke this one here. It's retesting. Okay, so here's the retest, right? It's really hard to want to get short way down here. And the reason why is, if this thing just rips against you for whatever reason, looks like this is the lows. So, I mean, yeah, it has potential going down to 21.1, 21,100. Okay, so we're 28s is looks like that's the break, and it's down to the 24s. So the break, 24s and lows. So you got the break, okay? The break is in like it breaks through support, okay? So this thing too, you want it to break through this support, come up, okay? And then you want to see it actually hold. So it comes up, breaks above these lines. This is a nice area to potentially buy, right? And then you want to see it, come back down and retest this area here, okay? And then after it retests this area here, you want to see it actually hold, and you want it to then break out like that, and then just so it breaks above, comes back, it retests, it holds, and then it goes up. And honestly, then you can make like your entry up here. I mean, yeah, it's a little high. So if you want to do micros instead of minis, so this thing broke down, came back up, it retested, and now it's breaking down further. And there's a snap. So technically, it broke this down one, came up, retested, failed, and then came down. And your short would have been right here at 24, and you're really down to the 16s low day again. Keep pushing. It's probably going to, like I said, down to the 21 100s on the short. Look at this thing, snapped. Or what you'd like to see is, now that we have some distance in this support area up here in the lows, have this thing, trade or whatever, come back up, retest this up here, fail the 30s, continue lower, maybe even test the 20,000 mark today. You never know. I'm not going to sit here and grab the bottom. Like, there's no. Let's get a bigger chart here. Let's go 15-minute. See what's a 15-minute chart. So yeah, it looks like we got some. So you always want to look left. Let me make this bigger. This is a 15-minute chart. Okay, looking left. So yeah, we're coming down here. So it looks like we got room down into the 90s. 90s here. 90s to 86 type of area. Yeah, so looking around. It went through a couple of supports. So you want to see this retest the 30s now. So we're going to zoom back in. We'll go back down to the 1 minute chart. This thing's going to go down here, curl. It's going to come right back up, and you want it to test right here in this supply zone. So this was almost like it looked like this was a demand zone here. So it came up, it was here, ripped up, came around, came back down, got bought back up here, failed. Oh, excuse me. Came back down, and then now that we broke this support here on the, this was the lows of the day. It snapped, came back down, made a new low. We got more lows down into the 21,090s and 80s, high 80s. So now we're watching to see if this can fail the 30 mark, right? 30s, 30, yeah, exactly in the 30s. If the 30s cannot hold, we want to see if this can fail, because this was the break. Yes, it already broke kind of here and went sideways a little bit, faked out some whatever, and then trapped the longs where I sold up here. That's where I sold. Now it looks like this is a bear flag. Bear flag coming down, hitting the lows. Not a bad spot to get short, because these are all just going to hit. Some people just put their stops right there at the low day, and then just it'll smack it, just like that. Smack it. Remember, it's got room all the way down to here, into the 90s. Here we are, 21 105s. Like I said, it wasn't a bad short. It was a bear flag. Down, came up, boom. You would have got short right here. Ooh, look at that snap all the way down to the 90s. What did I say? There it is, right into that 90s. Let's see if it could hold. 87 was the hold on the charts. 87, right on the mark. 87. Ooh, 87 getting slapped. I'm gonna grab it, see what happens, to see if there's a little confluence here, and they can potentially. I mean, I hate grabbing a falling knife and all that, but this is where on the chart it had a little bit of room to be able to grab. So we'll see what happens. Ooh, it's snapping pretty hard. That's a big drop, okay? When it's like a rubber band. The more you pull it, sometimes it snaps up really hard too. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Okay, so I'm not just like randomly doing this out of like no reason. I'm not gonna keep going short on this. I mean, it could, but I might have got in a little high, unfortunately. There's a snap. Here we go. There's a green. Watch this. Here's that reversal. That's what I'm looking for. Come on. Let's see if we can get it. Oh. No. Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Maybe not. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. This thing just keeps going. I want to get out. That's okay. I gave some back, and that's fine. I'm only 138 now. That's okay. That thing really snapped hard though. I mean, I was just hoping there would be a nice reversal there, and I think I just got in a little too early for it. Yeah, here it is. Of course, now it comes in. A little afraid to get in. Long. I was just hoping I can grab that reversal. The trend is down. So that was just a risk that I was willing to take. Just to see if I can get a little snap back up. But obviously it's not happening. Even that wasn't really that good. Wow. That's okay. So anything over 5,000 in my account is profit. Um, Let me go to the 15-minute chart and see where we're at. So we snapped that one support level I was talking about over here to the left. Next one's way down here. '70s. Oh, well, it said something in the '70s, but that's like 20, not 21. Let's see the bottom here. I'm gonna get long. Let's see if I can grab this bottoming tail here. I like it the way it looks. Look at that. There we go. Let's see if we can get it up. Okay, here we go. Possible reversal. Oh, I gotta get out. I can't hold it all the way down. There's no way I'm doing that. It could pop down and pop up. I just like, no. Yeah, 137. I made a couple bucks on it. Nothing crazy. Oh, look at that. I was hoping that was gonna be a reversal. You gotta wait for this thing to close, and then you want to see some volume come in. It's trapping more people that think it's a reversal, and then they start punching the bottom because that's their out. Careful going into those 50s though. Those 50s hold. Ugh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go long here. I'm gonna go long. Need the big old push. Come on, into the 80s. Come on. I took 110. That's okay. I'm up 251. Back up 251. Here's that rip. Now into the 80s. Now we're actually got long in the 87s, right? For that reversal earlier. But then I stopped out. It was down. I couldn't hold and do all that drawdown though. Like I said, this whole thing can get filled back in. Who knows? 80s. If the 80s could hold though, I'm in a 15-minute chart. Let me go to the 5. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. Gonna be a retest of the 90s. So this is that area. 87 was the bottom. 87 was that area. Could just reclaim. Kind of would be, I mean, not a great short, but it would be something to watch in this area. Okay, this is a 5-minute. Let's go 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart. It's running out of steam. Just getting quiet up here. Look at that. It's getting quiet. Keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. I feel like 87 is a good spot to just get short. Oh, I really want to get short right here. I really want to get short right here. But I'm just, it's just the volume. It's just, I don't know. I really want to get short. Oh my gosh. Watching it, I know that I'd get freaked out if I was long. Man. I wanted to get short up there, but I didn't want it to pop against me. Okay, let's see if this thing can hold now. Put it in a base. See, that's that pop. It could just right back in. Right back in, yeah. And then just start squeezing up. Nice. I'm going to go short. I think it's going to pull back a little bit. We'll see. Pull down a little more than that. Come on. Pull down. Come on. There we go. More. Pull down. Pull down more. 105, 110. Fill me. Didn't fill me. Got it out at 90. That's all right. So 336. Getting back up. Oh my gosh. I should have. I don't think I should have kept it because I feel like this thing is so pop up higher. I'm not going to play those games. This could definitely reclaim and just keep coming up higher. Even though it looks like a bear flag. Now that I look at it, it's a bear flag. Right here would be your short. Right here at the 70s, and you would risk up to the 90. That's a $400 risk. Right here. There's your short. Okay, you'd be short right here at the 70s. Just flush down. Oh, coming back up. $70. Look at that. Yep. That would have been a winner. I mean, you don't have to let it go against you. But then there's also the reversal play right here. For this trend line to break. And then this to be your support here in the bottom. I'm going to go long here, mid 60s. For this pop up here, and then the break over the trend line here, right there. It's going to be a quick one. And I'm out. So there's that break I was going for. I wasn't going for a huge move. There might be a huge move here. But I was just going for a quick scalp off that pop over the break of the trend. Just like that. Now, if I had, the smaller size, that would have been nice to hold on to that and then squeeze it and watch it go up to like into the 80s or, the 90s even. Probably 80, 85s. Would have been like, okay. And then also watching my little blue line here, which is my 15 SMA. So simple moving average. Just go right into that and then go, okay. What am I at now? 430 on the day. Oh, I don't know if you guys see that. Here we go. Sorry. 430 on the day. I think I was up at like 5 or whatever it was, or close to 478. I don't know. Somewhere in there is what I was at. Let me get this out of here. I'll watch a little bit until like maybe like 1,000. I don't know. We'll see. Yesterday I made 1,200 and something, but we'll see. This is going to here. This could squeeze because a little double bottom, right? Because it comes down here one. So here's your little double bottom showing you a little bit of strength, to be honest, for the long. So you got one here, and then you got another here. It comes down, pop, pop, comes back up. Like I said, into those mid 80s. So right now, 82s, 83s, 85s, and there would have been your profit target. I mean, if I would have took that of this perfect breakout, right? But I just didn't know. You don't know if this is going to come here and then fail again and come back down. It had a bear flag setup, and it actually had a good. I could have took that bear flag earlier. It was nice. It was a decent bear flag, and you got to be quick about it too. So right now you can go for the reversal long, but you're going into a lot of potential resistance. You got potential resistance here at the 21 100 mark in the high 90s. That's potentially risk. Yeah, there's all kinds of risk in here. So you're gonna be risking. I mean, 54. All it. I mean, dude, it's almost 800 points, or $800. So we will see. It's pushing back up into the 90s. My reversal from earlier, if I would have just held on to it and white knuckled the whole thing, the 87s. Okay, so it broke the 87s, which I said it was going to come down to earlier. Let's see if I can find it on the map here. Right here. 97. And then over here, 86, 87, so right here. It's the break and retest. You just got to draw horizontal. These are all levels. These are all levels it has to get right back through. So look like it's trying to hold over the 87 mark, but there's just all kinds of resistance above for it to get back through, which is fine. But you just need to make sure that these close over. I mean, you got to understand, going long here, you're going to be going into a lot of resistance. I'm gonna go long here. It's holding the 90s. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna see if this thing can hold into the over the 87s here, and hold and go and start pushing above all this and squeezing out everybody up into the 90s here. There we go. 95s, 97s, and squeezed into the 97s. 97. Boom, got it. So now I might retake the 21 100s, but I don't want to play that game because it could be a huge rejection off that, or it could squeeze, and that's fine. I missed out on money, and is what it is. Like right now, I'm out, another $100. That's fine, but I'm up 559 on the day. So here you go. You go up and down. That's how it is when you're trading, So 559 on the day, real account. And you can tell, like, I'm not stressing. I'm not freaking out about anything, It's just it's the way it is. If you're freaking out about your moves and you're freaking out about your plan or whatever, see, look at that. Nice, it's taking it. Like I watched that thing take and it was doing good. But look at that. Remember that 1 minute breakout I had? Look at that. That thing ripped. If I would have just let it go, been like, oh yeah, double bottom, bomb. That's a good move. See, that's a great strategy. Comes down, low days, one, holds, comes back up, comes back down, maybe holds again, and you have that, you draw that trend line right here. It's a double bottom, low day, and then you can get long, you risk to the bot, low day or 50s or 40, give it a little distance. At the time, I was like, it looks like a bear flag. It's going to keep going. But no, we're getting a little pop back. I mean, nothing crazy. It's going through some levels. Okay, so it's reclaiming. It's the break and retest. So now it broke 2197s. Cool. I'm not just going to get long here. I'm going to wait for this thing to prove to me that it can hold, right? I can't just chase this thing. I could, but where's my out? Where do I get out at? You don't really know. Now you got a little resistance here at the 21 111s, right? Potentially, it's coming into it right now. If it could blast against that, then it's gonna go higher. I tried to grab 2 contracts with the scalp up because I knew that was gonna squeeze. I was watching it now into the 15s. No pullback yet. It's blasted over that. So now, okay, there we go. So now went over the 11s. Let's see if it can hold these 11s now. Okay, I'm going to go long. Seeing if it can hold these 11s and not just a wick down. See if it can hold. There we go. Let's go. Push it back up into the 15s. Need to see this thing hold, though. Into the 15s. Into the 15s. Come on, push. Oh, it touched it. It's kind of coming down a little. It might be rejecting this area. Small pullback, wicks coming down. I'm not liking this. Okay, I'm going to watch it. One more test. It's pushing up right now into the 15s. There we go. Blasting through. I put my order out on the ask into the 17s. 1750s. Hold for me. I got out. I didn't hold it. I should have just hit the bid. But I put it out there on the ask. I was hoping to get the 17 and a halves. That's all right. I'm at 594 in the day. So now look at this. See? So now you can see how this is it's pulling back. It's got that tail down. I don't like that. That's potentially gonna keep coming down. And I don't really want to play that game. I mean, it could be just a pullback, but it also might reject off this level. So I would honestly, I wouldn't mind trying a short here. I'm going to watch it go up, see if it might just be a pullback, which is fine. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to go short here at the 9s and see if it could actually pull off and actually flush down there, because this is looking like a potentially a short area now for me. It might not. It might be holding this area that I was saying it needs to break over and hold. It can very well squeeze up, obviously. It's got some momentum. It's going up, right? I'm kind of going against a trend here. I just feel like these guys could get stuck up here, and then it could reverse. This would have been a better spot to get short. So now it's down 155. Hit the 17s. They're trying to push it down. See all kinds of selling. Slapping it. Got some big orders in there, which I don't believe. Because then all of it, it'll just snap right against itself. Snap the 15s. And then just roll over. Oh, it got held back up there. I'm going to say I'm wrong. Ooh. It's definitely reversing. It's definitely reversing. Oh, geez, it just ripped it hard. Well then. Oh gosh, that was bad. That thing ripped so hard against me. Like another 10 points. It's just ripping. It's just ripping faces off now. This is the reversal. That's a beautiful reversal. But oh well. Now I'm only up, $200, 198 on the day. That's what happens. I tried to short it because it looked like it would have hit this area here, and I got in a little early anticipating, which my anticipation was wrong. So now we're going up into this area where the rejection of the 21 130s. Remember I said break and retest? Now this is that retest. It looks like it's gonna hold, but I don't know. See if I can get a short. Getting short at 24s. It might be on to go back up and retest it. This should be a nice pull down after that big old rip up. Nah, it's just pulling back. It's going to go higher. Maybe it won't. I don't know. It just looked like it was going to go and start pulling, but pushing back up and retesting. But there's that. Pretty much not on the screen. So, yeah, basically it's going to pull down, come back up, retest again, potentially break over. I want to go 2 contracts here, but I kind of want to go longer, but it's not looking that great. It's be a bull flag into resistance. That's the only problem. It might pop over and trap everybody up here and then pull right back down. It's got potential to definitely do that. Oh, I went long with 2 contracts to see if we can hold. Oh, we're not holding nothing. There's that flush I was talking about. It's reversing because it's yeah, it's not good for me. It's rejecting those 30s. Potentially hold and pop back up. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to see. It's gonna see if it can hold. It just does that nice flush down and then pop right back up. To the 18s. That's where I need it. I'm gonna add 2 more contracts here. Come on, keep going. Go to the 15s. If this thing can rip all the way back up, we're gonna make some money. Okay, I took 2 contracts off. There we go. Into the 20s. Let's go. Ooh, I should have kept those 4. That would have been beautiful. Oh. Oh. Oh, Jesus, pulling back down. What's going on here? I think it's going to hold. It's going to hold. Holding strong, man. Not doing it. Not going to get me out. I'm going to hold strong. This thing's going to definitely go back up and retest. Let's go. Past the 15s. Let's go. Rip. Rip. Show me rip. Okay, watch this thing squeeze right back up into the 20s. Into the 20s. Potentially the 30s and retesting the way up here into the 30s. Do you think it could do it? Come on. I want to see it rip. Come on. At least up into the 20s. It can go any way. It can literally go any way. Need this thing to pop right over. Let's go. Squeeze it up. Oh, the waiting game. Little dip buying coming in. Come on. Push. There we go. Dip buying coming in. There's the squeeze. Squeeze all up into the 20s. Oh, come on. More than that. What was that? That's not what I want to see. Come on. A little more. Keep going. Now the dip buyers that missed it, they want to buy again. Come on. Squeeze. Up to the 20s. Squeeze. 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 If I was short right here, I'd be freaking out, dude. I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, no way. I'd be freaking out. Squeeze. There we go. Squeezing it. Squeezing it. This needs to squeeze. Seriously. I feel like rebuying. I feel like let it squeeze. It's going to squeeze. 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 Rip into the 20s. Come on, into the 20s. 20s. Right up here. Let's go. 20s. Right up here. Come on, squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. More. 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 Come on. Into the 20s. I just want to see a nasty rip all the way back up into the 30s. Let's go. There we go. I'm going to take one off. Took one off. Into the 30s. Keep going. There we go. Keep squeezing. Let's go. This thing's going to squeeze all the way up to the 30s. All the way up. Come on. Keep going. Come on. You can do it. All right, let me get it out right there if I can get it. I don't care. Early 20s. That's fine. I got something out of it. I was squeezing blood out of a turnip. What am I at here? 460 on the day. Ah, man. Well, at least I stuck with it.